All right, what's up? So yeah, the trade earlier that I had taken, I got stopped out of. But if you watched the past video, I expected that, kind of expected that. And I was okay with that because I wanted to trade down from here. But of course, we did take profits up here, and we also moved our stop to break even, which was seen in the previous stream. And so it was still a profitable trade. And yeah, I was happy to make it. Let's get rid of some of this stuff here. So the reason I haven't entered this trade yet, now if you look over at like a 1 minute market structure, you can see that we did break structure bullishly here, and then we got the change of character here, but that's on a 1 minute, and I don't know how much I like that. I really don't. So I'm looking for something a little bit more significant. I think the 5 minute here, this looks a lot better, especially with VWAP. What I would like to kind of see is that we take this high, hopefully break it above it, not just a wick, above VWAP slightly, come back down for a retest, and then that's potentially where the long will be at. So hopefully some significant place within here. Now, if it was like a 50% mitigation of the range initiated demand zone, which would at that point be this whole area. So the 50% mitigation would be like, all right there, 50%. So if we were to enter along, let's say at this point, ride it all the way up to supply OBIM there. That's a pretty good risk to reward ratio as well. I'd be interested in that trade. Certainly. So that's a trade idea. And I think I won't be up late enough for anything else within this zone. So we do still have the extension, the 4-hour extension legs, equilibrium, and yesterday's naked daily point of control rate slightly below it. So that's a pretty important area, but I probably will not be up if it does eventually reach there. And you know, it might not. So we did reclaim value area low. I still would like to see a pushback below it, as I was kind of saying. So yeah, that's probably the only trade setup that I would be interested at this current time, based on pretty much 5 minute market structure. I don't see anything like, if we do break now and we come back down, I don't really see. Okay, yeah, I guess there's refinement at an extreme level here. This would be a chain of demand. I mean, if we could get that as an entry, that would be an even better risk to reward ratio. That would be actually pretty insane. Don't know if that will happen. If it does, though, I'd be a little bit cautious, actually. You know, I'd probably protect that low. So it's still a really good risk to reward ratio. In fact, even by VWAP, you're almost at a 2-to-1. Urging these highs, it's already a 3. So I think even front running the OBI out there a little bit is completely acceptable. But we didn't break. That's the problem, is we didn't break that high. So if we were to do something like this, up, we can't take that low out. We'd have to come back somewhere within here before we proceed onwards, meaning that our entry would have to be quite a bit higher. And that would just be a terrible risk to reward. Unless you were shooting for the end of the range, then it's not too bad. Not too bad. And we did kind of confirm it as a range earlier. So, I mean, that is an option. Looking at the 10 minute here. Yeah, nothing of significance on the 10. Just double check the 5 again. Yeah, there's nothing I'm missing. Reacting off of this range initiated demand level again. This would be the only area, but I wouldn't long from here right now. We haven't broken the 5-minute structure, and I'm not feeling confident on like 1 minute. And certainly don't really see any clear 2-minute structure. 1 minute's clear, but I mean, this is at such a good rate for the 1 minute. You can see what's, whoa, a lot of longs closing. Quite a few longs underwater. Yeah. I don't think I would long here. In fact, we could sweep these lows pretty easily. But, yeah, and that's the reason why I'm not getting on this 1 minute structure. So I'd rather see potentially a new low. One more sweep. Clean up some of that liquidity. I'm sure there's lots of longs that open up here too, actually. Why don't we go check that? All right, where was that? Oof, that's incredible aggression. Oh, look at these longs getting just slapped. Oh, yep, that just happened. See? All right, so I just want to see here. Yeah, I guess a cluster of longs all the way up. It just all got stopped out. Oof. Definitely no time to knife catch. So the really, unless we wick out this range initiated demand level, which we could, so we could sweep these lows. Not significant lows. We could sweep those. Huh? We didn't do yet. But if we sweep those lows, we could even sweep these lows here. I don't see us coming down for too many others, other than maybe to the EQ, maybe slightly past. Down here, this, where is the Naked Daily POC? Yeah, it's here. I mean, there's also this option, but I don't know, it's not that great. I'll mark it out for the fun of it. But it's not like they're not like significant lows. So I don't see a ton of liquidity sitting there. So anyways, yeah, if we pop these lows, come for the previous day mid, potentially the POC, and then see a reverse somewhere within here. So I'm gonna actually limit down my points of interest to probably just below a potential liquidity sweep here and here. So this would be the area that I'd be looking for any potential long opportunities, or at least a reaction where it acts as resistance, and then see that bullish break of structure. And that could be good, but I don't think I'll be around. It's 10:35 here already, 2 hours past New York Open. So I probably won't be around for that, and that's fine. We got one good trade today. It wasn't fantastic, but it was good. It was profitable. So yeah, I think I'll leave it at that. That would be the area that I would be watching. So anywhere from pretty much 108,000 down to 107,500. And I wouldn't count this as a range deviation anymore. I'm gonna see if there's anything else I'm missing. yeah, I just wouldn't. It's not like my kind of range deviation. Yeah, so the only thing I would be looking here, I guess it wouldn't be really range based unless we did start ranging within this POI. And you could play it for what it is. Look for your low time frame scalp entries for longs here on deviations and shorts from here. But I think that pretty much covers it. So this long idea gone. Potentially something from here. I wouldn't just limit this kind of idea at all. That would be crazy. I definitely have to look for some kind of reaction off of this POI before even considering it. And if I was to take one, I would be looking for the same kind of thing. See, I wouldn't like how I didn't get into that 1 minute, even though we had to break a structure, we had to change a character. I just didn't like it, and 1 minute is not that trustworthy, especially during New York Opens. So I'd be looking more so for the 5 minute. In this case, this was very, very shiny, and we weren't able to do that. And so it's just a lower low, lower high, lower low. So nothing fantastic. I mean, sure. Actually, no, it was an actual break too, shallow, but it wasn't just an SFP. So yeah, I think that covers it. Voice is going. This could be the new range. We could range all the way up until CPI. It could just be this very boring range till CPI. But I would like to look for that long opportunity if I was going to stay up, but I'm not going to. At least I'm not going to be around. But that's the only thing I can really see. I'm not so interested in any kind of shorts right now. And yeah, so I guess that's it. That's my update. I guess stay tuned for tomorrow's pre-London Open update. See ya.